To the art supply store. I have to go to the grocery store. I'm using my car. I'm not walking. My hip's killing me, so is my back. This friend of mine in the neighborhood was saying, she's a nurse, she said Epsom salts and green alcohol. And I was thinking green, and then I realized what she's talking about, that like winter green alcohol. Put that in a bath. That's what she said. I'll try it, sure. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. I just doubt it's gonna do anything. I'd rather have a Black Panther energy drink, but I don't know. Maybe I should break out some Bigfoot meat and eat some of that, because that stuff really makes you feel good, like too good. So I don't want that. I don't want it anymore. I just feel too good on it. Some guy in the art store, he could have been from 1981. He looked like this guy Moses I knew. It was just some dude in Kansas City, and Moses would wear he'd wear a kilt and shit, and that's what this guy was wearing, the same exact shit, nose ring. But when the dude in Kansas City was doing it, do you know what I'm saying? Like, a nose ring? Not a lot of people had nose rings at that point. Tattoos, yeah, tattoos were in the upswing from Cher started it, or pirates started it, or people in jail started it, but it wasn't always popular. I do not have a tattoo. No way, no way. Why would I want to mar this body? You gotta be kidding me. No. And the older that I get, the more I realize I made the correct decision. Somebody's gonna fucking park right on top of me. I gotta go to the grocery store. Talking to Ginia, and she was telling me that she said, my parents are having not an eating party, but a get together. And I said, why aren't you there, Ginia? And Ginia said, I don't like to do that shit. That's what she said, an eating party. Just pure country. That's what you call it. It's my new grocery store because the meat isn't rotten. And it's a lot cheaper. I have to get some more of those corn cakes. Those are delicious. The sweet corn cakes. Oh my God. I don't even cook them. I eat them out of the package. They're real good. And they have them with cheese. I'm putting the cheese ones back. That sounds gross. Go to an eating party. So it's the right kind of eating, but I wouldn't go. No way. Ginia will make this like olive and cream cheese thing. I wouldn't touch it. But I saw this and I thought of Ginia, so I'm gonna eat on it because it looks good. Some olive loaf, Ginia. Don't they eat that down south in the land of cotton there, Ginia? I'll try it. Kid and her mom are just standing right in the middle of the doorway, doing their own shit. It doesn't matter. Just take your time. Nobody else has to go through the door. Just wanted to scream, move. People that want to direct traffic are strange. Like they're walking or something. You're gonna go. I was clearly going, but this guy was telling me to go ahead and go. Yeah, okay. Thanks, you're a big help. Like I can't make the decision, or even worse, you're trying to park, you're parking your car, not trying, you're gonna park your car. And then somebody wants to help you parallel park your car. I haven't seen it in years. But the last time that I saw it, I said, would you please get out of my way? I'm trying to park my car and I don't need your help, Captain. Something like that. Like what? You want to be in charge of something. They're in charge of nothing. You know? The guy didn't even own a car, but he's going to help you park yours. People are fucking ridiculous. They are. They're fucking ridiculous. I just ate 2 raw hot dogs, so I feel like I should eat some fruit. And I bought this at the store recently. Red Mombin? Mombin? Red Mombin? I don't have my glasses with me. It's a real problem. Mombin. And I have no idea. It could be a radish for all I know. But I need some fruit, so I'm going to open this up and try it. Frozen. Could be poisoning myself. It smells like fruit. I was gonna say it could be poison my stomach. It could be like rhubarb or something. You have to do something to it. It smells like fruit. Oh yeah. Did I taste soap, sort of? Hang on. It's like a plum. It's like a plum. Got a big seed like a plum. Yeah, I'd eat these, sure, no problem. The skin has like a different sort of taste to it than the flesh. I like them frozen. Nothing to compare it to because I've never had one before. Sure. See, Walmart doesn't have this. Yeah, those are pretty good. A Mombin, I guess. Is that what it is? Yeah, I like them. I would, these would be good in the summertime, frozen. Yeah, I like them. Great. I'm, pretty sure you could use these for anything that you would use a plum for. Sort of like a plum. I'm loving them. Make a video, I'll just eat fruit in front of you. It's real good. I wish I could stop and talk to you, but I'm loving these. Like a tiny ear of corn. All right. I rate these real high. As far as fruit goes, that's why they're look, you can freeze them. You can freeze them, and if they're going to be frozen and shipped like this and packaged, they would only do that with a fruit that was worthy of being like, you know, this is a table fruit. You know, I'm sure like in Mexico or the Caribbean, this is probably real common. Florida, I bet these grow in Florida. Texas, I don't know. It's good to know. If I'm ever somewhere and I'm lost or stranded, like on an island in the Caribbean, and I see these things growing, I'll go, oh, that's a Mombin. I'll eat that. It's a Mombin, right? Am I pronouncing this right? I don't know. It's further away, I can see it. Mombin, M-O-M-B-I-N. Not exactly like a plum. They're not. It has a uniqueness to it. Reminds me a little bit of tamarind. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it's the skin. That is, it reminds me, definitely. Reminds me of tamarind a whole lot. Be a little bit bigger. That's my complaint with a lot of fruit. It should be bigger. Like I want a strawberry the size of a cantaloupe. Stuff like that. One big grape. Cherries I love. Love cherries. They're so small though. Why haven't they developed a real big cherry? Like the size of a watermelon. Something like that. They'd really, or a coconut. Size of a coconut. Then they'd really have something. You know, like price it at $8 a cherry or something. These really are not bad. These are not bad at all. I like them a lot. Sam the Raven, you want to try one of these? I'm surprised he didn't come down to bother me. Oh, he's not because I gave him a piece of hot dog. He's a mooch. He's a thief too. He'll steal my driver's license and try and screw it up with this freaking beak. He's a bastard, aren't you, Sammy? He is. He loves Chippy. I knew this was going to happen. He loves the shit out of Yorkies and black dogs. Yorkies, black dogs, black Cocker Spaniels. My God, he's a nut with them. He loves them. Who would win? Raven versus Yorkie? It would never happen. I would assume the Yorkie. It would never happen. I'm on that subject. You know, somebody was saying today they were referring to ravens and crows as predators. No, birds of prey. He's not a bird of prey. He isn't. He's a scavenger. He's omnivorous. He's not a bird of prey. Birds of prey aren't going to eat a cherry. Birds of prey aren't going to want blueberries. They're going to want mice. I'm not saying that Sam won't eat a mouse. He would, definitely. Crow and raven, they'll do that. But on the same hand, they would eat corn. You might see them out in a field, like a cornfield that's been picked. You might think that they're looking for corn. They might be looking for mice because they know that mice, they're going to want to eat that corn. They will eat live animals, you know, a lizard, something like that, something small. But they're not considered birds of prey. They're scavengers. They're omnivorous. It's totally different bird. Birds of prey, I really don't think of as being very smart. It's the truth. Like the owl. They talk about the wise old owl and all that shit. That's not true. That's not true. It's not a smart bird. It has a lot of room taken up in its brain area for those big eyes. It's specific that it can hunt at night and see real well. It's not a clever bird. It's not. I don't know who thought that one up, that like, oh, the wise old owl. That's not a smart bird, but all birds are smart. I'm not saying owls are stupid. Every bird is smart. They are. You might not think they are, but they are. That always bothers me. Where's Remy? Run. She's eating. Somebody says, oh, Raven, they're the smartest bird on the planet. Says you. How many birds have you lived with? Huh? And how are they making that judgment anyway? I'm not saying that the raven isn't smart, but other birds are smart. The raven has been studied for sure. That has. It's one of those birds that's been studied a lot. But to make this blanket, or even like I heard one of the smartest animals on this planet. Just put birds in that category. All birds are smart, right, Remy? I called her. She's sitting right here. What, this? You don't want this. Remy's not a fruit eater. Remy likes hamburger, and I tell her not to eat it because she's not a raven. But she acts like hamburger is crack. So I got to watch Remy around the hamburger. I'd rather have her not eat hamburger. Remy, don't do that. What are you going to do? You can come over here. She's looking at me. You're not going to like it. You're not. See, that's what I'm eating. She's never seen me eat these. And she's just curious. What am I eating? You want to see this, Remy? Oh, she's pecked at it. Now she's saying, why'd you call me over here? That's garbage. I like them. I like them, Remy. Yeah. Thumbs up. I really do like being down in Brooklyn for this reason. There's like a lot of stuff down here I cannot get in Beaver Dams. But Beaver Dams, I miss it. Going up there. Yeah. Real good. I wonder what they're like fresh. I bet they're great fresh. One thing I've ever seen, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this fresh. It looks so much like a plum though, you know, it's like, maybe it is. Maybe it's in the plum family. I like plums. I got a plum tree in the back. I should get another plum tree because now the plum tree, my other one died, and now it only makes plums so they're about this big. It is a blue plum, and they're supposed to be small, but not this small. But they're delicious. My God, they're good. All right. 14 minutes. 15 minutes of me eating food in front of you. There's no way anybody watch this whole thing. Really good. Really good and addictive. I gotta have one more. I do. I have to eat one more. I can't get enough of these things. It's a party in my mouth. It's delicious. Man. I would totally grow these. I would. I don't have much room for fruit trees. Not anymore. I got like 30 pawpaws. That was good. That was good. Buy them if you see them. Seriously, you see these fresh or frozen? Not bad. Not bad at all. I like them. I say thumbs up. I'll rate them at about, on the fruit scale, from 1 to 10. It's about a 9. It is about a 9. They'd be 9 if they were fresh, for sure. I like them. It's Christmas time. People are getting together, hanging out. I'm glad I don't have to. That would suck. That would suck. I just saw my neighbor, and he was like taking the trash out and shit. I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "My mom and her friend are gonna come over and hang out." And I'm like, "Oh shit, what a bummer." And he gets along with his mom. His mom's cool. She's 70-some-year-old artist. She's all right. But I asked him, I said, "Is your girlfriend coming over?" Now his girlfriend is in her 20s. He is 45 or 46. She's in her 20s. She's real cute. Smart though, real smart girl, a journalist. And it's not important that she's cute as a button, so I'm not gonna even bring that up. That's not the issue. There's no issue there. And I said, what's your mom think of Megan? And he goes, you know, she likes her. You know, what's not to like, sort of. His girlfriend's sort of like that. Like, why wouldn't you like her? And I said, my mom treated my girlfriends like whores. And it's the truth. She was horrible. She was fucking horrible. I think she liked Dr. Ziggy. She liked her. She was okay. She liked Mary Graham when I was real young. She liked Mary Graham. She was okay with Kiki, but all the rest of them, she was an asshole to. She was, seriously. As an adult, she was horrible to him. It seems like all of them except Leslie, all of them except Dr. Ziggy, she treated like they were pieces of trash. It's pretty horrible. It got to the point where, well, I don't want my mom to meet this one because she's going to be an asshole to him. It was horrible. It was like, why don't you like her? Probably didn't have a good reason. It was probably really superficial. You know, like I dated one girl that had like a sort of interesting haircut. And, you know, it's just, why are you judging her because of that? That was, you know, my mom was sort of a jerk at times. It's stupid. She was just so horrible to him. Do real passive-aggressive stuff. So you couldn't just say, I think I did a couple times, so I think I said something like, "Mom, stop it." I said something like that. Right in front of who she, you know, I'd already warned the girl, like, yeah, you're going to meet my mom. She might be an asshole. So my mom would sort of come off okay, and then it would start. It's pretty horrible. I'm sure that there's other guys out there, like nobody's good enough. Nobody's good enough for her baby. It's the truth. And I wasn't going to marry any of them. I don't think I wanted to marry one of them. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Mom? I was having a good time. I was having some good times. And here my mom is saying that this one isn't good enough or whatever reason. That didn't have anything to do with it, Mom. I wasn't looking for somebody to have a baby with. I wanted to practice the part that you have to do to have a baby. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to have the baby. I don't have a kid that I know of. This is true. There might be one. She would be mid 20s, I think. But it's not mine because I didn't raise the kid. It's not mine. Genetics? Come on, that has nothing to do with it. I don't have a kid, but I am going to do, coming up, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show everybody the results because I thought about this because I'm going to get a lot of DNA work done on the Bigfoot and the Bigfoot body parts. This is true. I'm lining all this up. That is very complicated stuff, and that's what I don't get, like why people are saying ridiculous shit, like have the DNA tested. Oh, I'll just have anybody come over. I'll just ship it wherever. This is all being organized with, I can't say who, but with several different entities to get the DNA testing done. It's not like you just, what do you want me to do? You want, why I'm doing 23andMe, I'll do it on the Bigfoot too. That might be kind of interesting. See what they come up with. Like if it sends something back, I don't know. What if you do 23andMe on your dog? You use 23andMe, you send that in, does it come back as like, you know, the test was corrupted or something? It must. It must, because nothing would come up. It would just come up as like random DNA. It wouldn't be enough, I would imagine. I don't know, maybe we need to try that. But so that's all being worked out. It's not on your time frame that you know, somebody's like, show me the DNA results. What would you like me to do? Would you like me to just type something up? That's not the way it works. And I'm gonna tell everybody here that is into Bigfoot and Sasquatch. I'm gonna be straight up with you here. I'm the only one that has DNA evidence. So when they do the DNA, you realize it's not gonna say anything. They're never be able to say, well, that's a Bigfoot because we see the DNA. No, they'll have the Bigfoot of the DNA, but they have no proof of really what it is. And with that said, as soon as this is done, and I've already been talking about this with other people, the name of Bigfoot might change. And I'll tell you why the name of Bigfoot is going to change, because, and this is really going to upset a lot of people in the Bigfoot community. Oh, well, Solar just fucking made it known by pooping on me that he doesn't want me to change the name of Bigfoot. That was horrible, Solar. Did you see that? That's my kid. I've never been treated so rude in my entire life. Solarton. Well, I'm going to say it anyway, Solar. The fact of the matter is that because I have the DNA evidence of what Bigfoot is, I can name it whatever I want. Caine's Wetland Skunk Ape is what I own, and that is what Bigfoot is. I'm president of the Bigfoot community. I am. I'm president of the Bigfoot community. I could make this decision anyway, but that's what it is. The official name for Bigfoot, after the DNA results are all done, will be Caine's Wetland Skunk Ape. Who named it Bigfoot anyway? I'm president of the Bigfoot community. I can rename Bigfoot if I want. I could say, well, we're going to keep Sasquatch and get rid of Bigfoot. It could be Sasquatch or Caine's Wetland Skunk Ape. And if you don't like that, tough. Call it whatever you want. But just remember, I'm the only one with physical proof of Bigfoot. I'm the only one. It's not, I don't think it's a coincidence either. I really don't. I don't think it's a coincidence that I have the only Bigfoot and that I have a son that is a pigeon named Solar, that when I was talking about this, he came over, landed on my head, and then pooped. Chippy, whoa. No, whoa. Heel. Whoa. No, whoa. Here. Chippy, whoa. Here. He's good. Chippy, sit. Good boy. The thing that's good is when I was opening the door, Chippy did not get up out of sit. That's what you want. Everything's an implied stay. Opening the door, something like that, is not an indication to pop out of sit. He needs to wait for a new command. Chippy, here. kids saying "aw" when you're walking by with the dog like this. That's not good. It's that is the last thing. That is the exact last thing that I want Chippy to do, is interact with some kids that are doing that shit. I need him to not get distracted. If I had to say anything about Chippy that would be even slightly negative, we have to work on that. He's too distracted. But that's just gonna come with, no. Kid running up, doing weird shit right up on the little dog, you know? It's just like, it's so uncool. You can't control the kid. If that was a big dog, that kid might have gotten bit. That is just so screwed up. Chippy, sit. Look at it. He's doing good. He's doing great, really. No, sit. Chippy, heel. There you go. That's awesome, dude. Nice job. Here, come here. Chippy, sit. You got it. Sit. Chippy, heel. Good boy. That's a really good job, dude. Nice job, little man. Sit. Go. Sit. Heel. Good, Chippy. Good job, man. That was good. He did a good session. A lot of people distracting him. The train coming in. Mostly humans that just can't handle how much cuteness he is. He's a lot of cuteness. Chippy, sit. No, sit. So it doesn't matter that here, heel. It doesn't matter that the train just came in and is making a weird sound. He learns to know, he needs to know how to sit when I tell him to. There's a prostitute that is, there's a prostitute right down 50, 75 feet that is clearly bugging. And she's, you know, waving her coat around. I know her, I've seen her for years. And, you know, it was a total distraction, but pushing your dog past the point of distraction, that is key. You have to do it. You have to start sending that message. Yeah, no, I said sit. It doesn't matter what's going on. Trust me. Trust me, dog. Chippy, sit. No, sit. He's looking at her right now. He's looking at her right now, and she's just acting so strange. That's why he didn't sit right away. Chippy, sit. Good boy, sit. Heel. Sit. No, sit. Good boy, sit. Chippy, heel. Sit. Heel. Ooh, I perceive a problem. Sort of similar with Luna. Was that problem? That people can't just leave the little dog alone. They just can't. You know, they have to walk by, make them, you know, some stupid face and make noises and shit. Fuck off. It's clear what I'm doing. If it's not clear, you're an idiot. Don't pet anybody's dog. It isn't. Don't even ask. You think it's okay because you ask. No, it's not. And I'll tell you why. It's because the person that owns the dog might be an idiot. Okay? So don't even ask. Are you smarter than them? God, I hope. Don't ask. Leave everybody's dog alone. So he just did good, so I'm letting him pee. I use him peeing as positive reinforcement. I know that he wants to pee. So I'll walk him at heel, and when he's being good, at heel, then I'll let him pee. I'll give him the hurry, hurry command. I'm using him taking a leak as positive reinforcement. Using food is so mindless. You know what, well, no, I'll do it later. I was gonna go over and start him on the weave pulls at Key Food. I'll wait until everybody's out of there. This is a lot for Chippy. He's doing great. I don't want to overwhelm him. This is an issue when I first start dealing with the dog. You don't want to overwhelm him. You want to build him up, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But today, I'm like, screw it. You need to go out on the street and start doing some stuff and know that Chippy's going to screw up. I know he's going to screw up by doing this. It's okay. He has to learn. He has to learn no. He has to learn that if he wants to play, he needs to play by my rules. It's that simple. It wouldn't matter if I was in Beaver Dams and my neighbor's dog came out in the backyard. That's not a reason to just do whatever. He needs to pay attention. Right, Chip? Come on, Chippy. Heel. No, heel. Come on, heel. Sit. That's really good. He likes to do this. The first thing that he did when we walked by this coming upstairs is he went to that. I'm going to use it. There's so many things that we can do with a place target like this. Sit. Sit. I'll tell you what, you do that again when I'm working with this dog, I'm pissed. Sit. Good boy. No. Sit. There you go. Get on there straight. Sit. Yeah. No, go straight on it. Go straight. There you go. Right there. Sit like that. Sit. 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 No, sit. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Sit. So I start dropping the leash. I start circling around the dog. If I see him get his ass up, I would correct him. It's that simple. But you have to start dropping the leash at a point. Now I'm going to try and pick the leash up, and watch, she's probably going to try and sit up. So I'm going to say no and sit. Chippy, no, sit. No! Sit. See? So we got to get him over this. So the way that we're going to do this is circle back around. Here, heel. Heel. No. No, back here, dude. Back here. Come on. Here, heel. Okay, now up. Here, go straight, man. Go straight. So I'm going to drop the leash, right? We'll circle him again. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Sit. No, sit. Sit. No, sit. Sit. No, sit. Sit. Good. Sit. Pick the leash up and drop it. So you start seeing that just because I'm picking up the leash doesn't mean to move. He needs a command. This is not a door opening isn't an indication to go through the door. Same thing. Sit. Chippy, sit. No, sit. No, sit. Now I'm saying no because I know what's going on in his mind. People say no, and the dog's sitting. I'm a 55-year-old dog trainer. I don't need advice. I know what I'm doing. Here, sit. No, sit. Drop the leash again. Sit. Good boy. Sit. And right now we're conditioning this command, so I'll repeat the command. But once he gets good at this, like in 2, 3 weeks, I'm not going to be repeating the command. It's just no, sit. Sit. Good boy. Sit. No. 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 I didn't say down. No. Sit. 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 No. Good. Sit. That's good. Sit. Good boy. You're doing good, Chip. Sit. Heel. Bring it back up there. Sit. Let's see if you'll do down on that. You do down on that. Down. No, down. Chippy down. There you go. Good boy. Down. Same thing. Same thing. Down. Good boy. Down. That's a good dog, dude. Good boy, Chippy. Good boy. Down. Same thing. I want to pick up the leash. I don't want him to get out of the down position. Down. No, down. Down. Good. Down. Good. You got it, dude. You got it, dude. Down. Here. That's real nice, Chippy. Come on, buddy. No. Okay. Heel. Sit. Chippy down. No, down. Good boy, down. Very nice, Chippy. That's very good. You got it, brother. You got it, little man. Down. Down. Heel. Come on, heel. Come on. Very nice, Chip. No, over here. Over here. Come on. Over here. All the way. All the way over there. There you go. Okay. Heel. Sit. Down. No, down. Chippy. Chippy's a superstar. Down. Down. No, down. Feel good, Chippy. Chippy Diresta. Chippy here. Come on, here. Over here. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Here. No. Chippy heel. Good boy. Chippy down. No, down. Good boy. Good boy. Here. Come on, Chip. Here. Come on. Sit. Down. No, down. Very nice, Chippy. Now the only thing that I'm seeing that we really need to work on is and it's gonna be easy to fix, is that a lot of times Chippy is like sort of digging his feet in, like, no, I'm not gonna go that way, I wanna go this way. So he's gonna have to learn to stay with me at heel, right by me, which is not gonna be a problem. And I do not have the vibrating collar on him, but it works, it's effective, it doesn't bother him at all, and that'll be very helpful, because if he tries doing something like that, that's when I'll turn the collar on and say, no, no, and pull him along. He'll just stop doing this. He hasn't been here a week. Have you, Chip? Sit. Chippy down. No, down. There you go. Good boy. Good boy, Chip. I had talk outside, and my friend that lives in this building that's meeting with his mom, I don't know, her mom and her friend or something are down there, maybe even a third person. Then I saw his girlfriend coming, showing up outside, and I said, oh, you're gonna have fun tonight. And she said, I don't know, am I? I said, I don't know, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. Come on, meeting the parents and shit. They've met. You know, his mom is fine. It's not like my mom. My mom would be like, oh my God. I forgot how I would sort of prepare any woman that was gonna meet my mom before, you know, described to as sort of high-strung. You know, for lack of a better word, sure. High-strung would be my mom. And I don't know. I don't like to do that shit. She asked me downstairs. She's like, are you coming down? And I'm like, no, hell no. It's Christmas. I don't do that. Christmas is a time of year you're supposed to enjoy, and I do not enjoy that, so I'm not going to do it. Jinyan's the same way. She was talking about her mom her sister was over to her mom and dad's house, and there were a bunch of relatives coming over there and shit. And I could tell Jinyan was like, and I'm not going like that, you know. She's like me. I don't want to do that shit. I got shit to do. I don't want to sit around trying to I don't know. I just don't need that shit, you know. There's gonna be some kind of weird dynamic for sure, and that's like a party. I don't want to go to a party. People don't ask me to go anymore because I'm not gonna go. I told somebody at Beaver Dams this, that like, hey, look, I just like not into that kind of stuff. I like just sort of I'll talk one-on-one or a couple people, but I don't want to go to any like party, whatever that is. The days of me going to a party are over. I used to do it. I used to do it all the time. I lived for it because it was a reason to drink, and I don't want to drink. So I can go to them and not drink. That's not the problem. But I'm fucking miserable. I hate it. I do. I hate it. It's just so stupid. Listen, I know it doesn't make sense. I know this doesn't make sense to most people. My father, I'd be talking to my dad on the phone and he'd be saying, yeah, we went over to Bill and Emily's house or something. I said, oh, really? What did you do over there? Oh, we had a great time. And I'm like, oh my God, really? That's it? That's a great time? No. No, I cannot imagine going to a Christmas party nowadays. There's no way. All right, oh, come on. New Year's? The only way I would be going to a party, at least in the last 10 years, is if there was a woman involved and I knew it was something I had to do. That's the truth. That is absolutely the truth. And I would have to really be into her. It would have to be longer than a, 3-week-long relationship. It would. It would have to be something real serious. I would have had to have been dating her for about 6 months, and that would mean that it would be sort of at the end of the relationship. Yeah, okay, let's go. Like to try and appease her, because I don't want to go anyway. You know, she'd be bitching at me. Okay, let's go. Come on, I'll go, and I'll have a terrible time. I put on the face when I'm there, but I'm just sort of, I'm sure it's obvious that I'm uncomfortable. I've had people say it before. I don't care, that's how it is. I can get in front of a camera and in front of a bunch of people. That's not a problem. That is not an issue. But in that kind of party atmosphere, unless I'm drunk, I feel sort of out of place. I remember I liked going to the parties because I was going to get wasted, and you know, I didn't feel uncomfortable, I'll tell you that, because I was wasted. But on the same hand, see, my father quit drinking, and he would be telling me, you know, 40 years sober or something. Yeah, we went over to Bill and Emily's, had a great time. Doing what? What do you do over there? You know? Sit around and talk and shoot the shit? Oh my God. Can I go now? I got shit to do. I have shit to do. That's the thing. That's one of the major things that causes me anxiety in these situations, is that I need to be someplace else. I do. I have responsibilities. I have pets. Yeah, it dampers that kind of stuff. So I sit there and I worry about everybody. It's not, and I also I'm thinking about that I'm worried, you know, God, is Remy okay? As I go, you know, what can I say? I know you said, yeah, he looks like a freak saying that. Well, I'm sorry, but I took on the responsibility, and that's it. So there's that element, and there's also the element of I could be doing something else that would be constructive, where I don't know if I find sitting around bullshitting, or, you know, I don't find it that constructive. Maybe on a one-on-one thing. It's when it's parties that it just becomes just utter bullshit. You got fucking 15 people that, well, actually, now I'm thinking like, you know, thinking of an advantage of going to a party, because it's the same thing that other people go to parties for, which is to get laid. Maybe I'll meet somebody at the party and I'll go home with them. Now I'm thinking about it a little different. I am. Now I don't have as much anxiety. That's the whole reason you go to a party anyway, isn't it? I mean, if you don't have the chance of, like, getting laid, you know, here's the new person. Here's the new person I'm going to have a thing with. Whatever that thing is. It could be that night. It could be for a week, 2 weeks. God only knows. Not that, it won't be that long. It won't be that long if no. I get bored. I get bored. I think everybody does, but see, the thing of it is as I got older, I found that, like, if I'm bored, if I'm getting real bored with it, it's time to go, because you don't want to be in some kind of relationship where you're like, you're cheating on them. It's just stupid. How many times have, and this is to anybody that would see this, how many times have you stayed in a relationship longer than you should have? See what I'm saying? Get out of it. I'm not saying that there isn't something positive to being in a relationship and making it work. If you're in a relationship, I'm talking a lot of shit, but I do realize that if I'm in a relationship, I have to do things. I have to, okay, let's go to the party or whatever. You know, it's work. It's work. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work anymore, and no one is going to make me. I don't care how hot she is. You can't, well, I guess I would meet the parents once or twice, but I wouldn't be going to no Christmas parties and like a barbecue in the summer with the whole family. No. Tell them I'm sick. Tell them something. Tell them I have something better to do. That's what you should tell them. I already met them. Why do I gotta go hang out with them again? Oh, this isn't necessarily true. I've had relationships where I'm like, Dr. Ziggy's parents, man, they were awesome. They were awesome. But I think that I was more inclined to, God, they'd let me crash at her parents' place, like we could crash over there, and they weren't like, we were adults, you know. I don't think we were. Well, yeah, we did do it when they were in the house. Sure, a couple times. More than a couple. It's all right dealing with them. I like them. Both those people passed away. They were awesome. They were such good people, seriously. Man, I loved them. They were awesome. Anyway, I would deal with it if I was in a relationship. That's the deal, is that if you get in the relationship, you have to work. And I just don't know if I have the energy to do that anymore. I'm serious. It's a pain in the ass. I better not say that. Somebody will get the right impression. But, yeah, I'm not going to say that. No. Fuck it. You know, you pay for it anyway, is what I'm saying. So, yes, I have thought about that. Yeah, you can. I've had people say this, do this. I haven't done it. I don't do that. But, like, okay, so you get the escort. You take the escort out. You spend the money. You spend the money. Or it's not an escort. Yeah, I guess it's an escort. But, like, you meet them. This was a suggestion from a friend of mine. He's married. He's married. This was his suggestion. Get the escort and say, I just want to meet you at the bar, and then we'll go back to my place. That's what he said. So it's sort of like a date. So you talk for like 15 minutes, and then you go back. So you're sort of dating. You're still spending a little bit of money. You can pretend. I just can't do it. No way. No way. When are robots going to be real slick? You know what I'm saying? They're not even close. They're not even close. That is a strange thing, though. That's a strange thing that people are actually working on that to fulfill that part of society. You know, how long is that going to be? Seriously, that's 25 years away, 30 maybe, something like that. They don't have anything that's even close. I'll tell you, artistically speaking, though, you look at Dwayne Hanson's, and Dwayne Hanson's, you could get right up on those sculptures, and there's like little hairs in there and shit. So it is to that point, if you're, you know, if you're sort of like not, if you're this far, if you're 5 feet away from a Dwayne Hanson, it looks like a human being that's not moving. So it's definitely that far that way, but technically, like, how do you get the wires underneath the skin so that the whole body heats up to 98.6? That would be important. And what else would be important is, like, a spigot on the side so that you could just like flush it out or something. It's a machine. It would have to be flushed out. See, as president of the Bigfoot community, I'm thinking of ideas like this to help society. It would not even be prostitution. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be prostitution. It's a machine. And if you could hook it up and have it flushed out, it'd be totally sterile. But who's gonna want? Well, I was gonna say, who wants that? And then I was thinking about the people that are trying to create that. They obviously do. There's a market for it, and there's probably a market right now in Japan. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm joking? I'm not. That's where all the high-tech robots, I think that the Real Doll thing, I think that's an American company. It's pretty sick. It is. The whole thing's sick, you know. Like, it's sort of reminiscent of Blade Runner and Sebastian, you know, living with his robots. Like, he socializes with the robots. But they're not real. It's just, they're not real. Well, I was going back to Elon Musk, even though that, you know, he's sort of like kind of tainted right now, but I'm sure things will change. He's rich. But like his theory that, like, you know, we don't really know what this is. We don't know what this consciousness is. This could be nothing more than an elaborate program that we're in. It's possible. It's definitely possible. It just, that would explain a lot of inconsistencies and things like internal recollection. It would explain it a lot. Like internal recollection, like, why do you know something that you shouldn't know? Hey, no, knock it off. Why do you know that? Like an example, any type of thing where there's been great advances in science, Einstein, stuff like that, Newton, everything like that. Why did these people want to think about that thing? Like, why does somebody want to think about being able to take gravity and either generate it or distort it in some way? Like, what is it in the... My hands are red from eating beets. What is it in the human, the particular human, that makes them think about that thing and then have the epiphany and figure it out? Like, why does that exist? Why does that exist? And it does exist, and then it just gets added into, like, the human collective of knowledge. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, one person can't go to the moon, but a bunch of us can. The fuck? What the fuck is that? And where did that come from? Like, how's that get tied into our existence? I was thinking about that today when I was outside. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking, if Cro-Magnon man was the original man, and then man appeared, and then man and Cro-Magnon man, or Neanderthal, I'm sorry, Neanderthal, they did it together, that comes up with a new species. Like, there's only like one group in Africa of people that have like no Neanderthal in them. Most everybody has some bit of Neanderthal in them. Some more than others, for sure. I can think of a few. I can think of a bunch of people that really look and act very Neanderthal. But I should stop this. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gotta do something. I got shit to do. I can't be talking about nonsense. I'm working on a project. That is my my sort of, I guess it's my mock-up. This is my mock-up right here. This thing right here is my mock-up. But I'm working on something. We'll see if it works. I think it'll work. I don't know. It might not work. It'll work. Fed Ike, and I got to feed everybody else, and I'm over by the refrigerator, and Sam comes over there. So I offer him some blueberries, and I'm just holding it, and he's being a dick. He's not even taking one. He's being a dick, and I'm like, you're an idiot. And then I'm thinking that how people think that ravens are so smart. He is smart. I'm not saying that all birds are smart, but there's this thing that, oh, they're the smartest animal on the planet. I have heard people say that. And stuff like that, like there's this mythology about the raven, of course. It's so stupid. It is, it's dumb. And everybody that's saying it, like, what experience do you have with any animals? Is this some thing that somebody read to you once when you were a kid, and you got that in your head that, oh, they're so clever and all this BS? As if that's important or that makes the animal worthwhile. Most people that have pets have difficulties with them if the animal is sort of like a problem solver. So it's not necessarily a good thing. You don't need a problem solver. It's just being human. You want everything to be sort of like you. And it's not. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Birds are all smart. There's so many species of birds. There's birds that have never even been domesticated and studied. It just, you know, there's crows everywhere, so it just sort of happened. But I mean, they're all real smart. They are. To think that a crow would make a good pet or a raven would make a good pet, you're just being foolish. You'd have to be a real bird person, and you should have a lot of experience. Even a pigeon can be difficult to deal with at times. They can. My pigeon Remy, who sleeps in my bed, sometimes in the morning, it's sunrise, she wants me to get up, and she'll, while I'm sleeping, take her beak and smack me right here. Get up. It's a bird. She's a bird. She's treating me like another bird. Yeah, sure, it's sort of flattering in a way, but it's also a real bummer. That's what I'm saying. Don't think, oh, I'm going to get a bird. I'm going to go get a raven or something like that. That's going to be your first bird. So many birds end up in cages their whole lives because people don't understand what they're getting into. They get the gray parrot, and then they find out, oh, gray parrots bite. Yeah, they do. That's right. They will bite, and it will hurt. So will a cockatoo, so will a cockatiel, a budgie. I'm telling you, some of those little birds like cockatiels, and if they bite you, it hurts worse. It does. It's going into your skin. Where like the bigger parrots, like they get your finger, yeah, you're going to have a bruised finger, sure. But the smaller ones, it can hurt. So unrealistic. So unrealistic. Oh, yeah, the raven's smart, you know. It's like this whole thing about animals and intelligence, it's just so annoying. It is, even with dogs. Like, people are so concerned if their dog is smart. That's not really what you need. You need a good Marine. You need somebody that follows orders. You don't need somebody that's you don't need Tonka. You don't need this dominant, you know, athletic dog. You need a dog that follows Tonka follows orders, but there's other things about Tonka that make Tonka a more difficult dog to deal with. Tonka is a dog that if you were a professional hunting guide, you would want Tonka. I'm a trainer, okay? I wanted Tonka, I got Tonka, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's not restful. I love you, Tonka. He's laying down. But nothing about him or any of the dogs that I'm around is it about like, oh, this one's smart or this one's stupid. No, they're dogs. They fall right in here. All animals, they sort of like have this consciousness that falls here, meaning none of them know about out there. They're so different. They are more like each other, and we are more like us, and just, do you see what I'm saying? All of them, every animal on this planet is unique, but as far as like consciousness goes and knowing our place in the universe, we're it on this planet. Don't say a chimpanzee gets it. They don't. I've seen Coco sign when Smokey got run over by the car. What was the cat doing outside anyway? Maybe that's not how Smokey died, but I know he signed, I miss, I get that. There's something there, but I don't think that Coco was thinking about God and Coco's mortality, which I just found out that Coco died this year. I just saw this the other day. Sucks. That sucks. 44 years old, I think. Died in her sleep. If we could all only be that lucky. Seriously. That sucks, though. Everybody loved that ape. She didn't have to know. She didn't have to be involved in building, extracting metal from the Earth's crust and building a spaceship. She didn't have to be involved with that. She was fine the way that she was. Just stop putting everything in humanistic terms. They're not. Hey, look. I love this bird. This is Remy. I love this bird. She's great, but she is a bird. She is. So at times I have to deal with her like she's a bird. Even though she's the mother of my child. She is. Thank you for sitting on the egg so long, Remy. She did most of the work. I just held the egg for I'd hold it every day, and the longest one day, was 5 hours straight. Usually it was exhausting. Fuck, please, Remy, come back. She got it that I was not as good at it. She would okay, I'm done, and she'd go right back onto the nest and look at me like, bring back the egg. This is the truth. When I first started doing it, and the first 8 days, I'd be okay, take a break. She would go and eat or take a bath or whatever. She would come back to make sure I was still keeping the egg warm. She would look at me and she'd do a circle and then she'd go back off, just making sure that she's right here, that I was keeping it warm. Unbelievable. Unbelievably exhausting too, but it was worth it, Remy. She's the freaking best. She can't drive a car though. She can't, can you, Rem? Shouldn't have to. I'll do it. I don't know. I just get so sick. Remy's very smart. It's just so ridiculous, this thing about crows and ravens. Oh, they're the most intelligent birds, whatever. Okay, if you say so. What about the gray parrot? Its ability with language. Pretty smart. I'll tell you, some of the smartest birds that I've ever worked with is the brown house sparrow. Oh my God. They're just as smart as a raven. They're just as smart as a raven or a crow. They're little killers. They hunt in packs. They do a lay in wait in bushes. They are persistent hunters. I watch them all the time. They they will go after flying insects. It's unbelievable. But I have worked with them, and I know you're asking, well, what do you mean you've worked with them? I've been involved for years with helping birds out that are not that are invasive species. I know. There's somebody out there going, you'll help a starling. Yes, it's true, I will. All those birds that are invasive species that, they're not protected. There's no protection because they don't really come from here. Those are the birds that I'll help out. Because I can. I'm not a licensed rehabilitator. So I can't, in other words, if you're not licensed, you can't be helping wildlife. You cannot help the blue jay. You cannot help. You're not supposed to take those birds and take them to a rehabilitator. Take them to somebody that's qualified. I would never, this is the truth, I would never pick up a baby deer. You see a deer out there in the woods laying in the grass, its mother is off eating. Get the fuck out of there. Its mother didn't abandon it, okay? When you see these people on the internet with the baby deers, don't go, oh, that's great. Know that these people on the internet have stolen those deers. They took those deers from the mother. It's a fact. You see those deers, they lay down in the grass and the mother walks up and feeds for up to 10 hours. Don't touch the baby deer, okay? Just keep walking and get the hell out of there. You think that mother's going to come back around if you're standing there? Get out, and get out fast. Get that smell out of there. People are so stupid. I'm sorry. It's just, I was thinking about that. It's just so annoying. You know? Wake up. It's nothing like you. None of them are like you. We're like us, and they're over there, and they're more like each other. It's the truth.